What's up, everyone? This is Wounded Whales here, bringing you a game, not a gameplay video, a deck profile of my Nova Grappler deck. Let me actually fix the lighting a bit. Maybe, let's see. There we go. So, I'm going to be showing you a deck profile on my Nova Grapplers. The starter for the that I use in my deck is going to be Extreme Battler. Hold on, autofocus a bit. Sorry, it's a little crappy. I'm using my cell phone. Here, I'll just Extreme Battler Run Ball. Pretty much, he's a pretty good starter. Once you strode once, he can stand so long as a unit in the same column as him stands. So a lot of good combos go in there, especially when you can restand a support. So you can pretty much boost up, break through your opponent's defenses, and pretty much make them eat up their hand. Now for grade 1s, I have two Lady Cyclones. They're good perfect guards, especially for recycling flipped cards. Then I have two Twin Blader. They're just, the standard perfect guard. Next up, I have two Extreme Battlers, Kindle, or how to pronounce his name, your vanilla booster. Next up, I have Final Wrench, two of them. When you have a face-up stride unit, either in your G-Zone or on Vanguard, and you have a unit like in the front column, same column as him, stands, he gives that unit an additional +4 power. Pretty good to run. I mostly run 2. Don't see any need. Maybe 3 would work. But also, if you, I'll try to hold the camera still. But if you want, you can pause the video and read the effects. Oops, sorry. Next up, I run 2 Beast Deity Frog Masters. Essentially, because I do have a couple of units with Limit Break. He kicks off their abilities early if you have less damage. Sorry, again, damn it, come on, focus. There we go, probably from this height. Alright, that works, okay. So, essentially he kicks off their limit breaks early. So like say if you have 3 damage and you have a unit that has limit break, that will kick it off early. It doesn't have to be 4. And then, of course, I will run 3 of the Beast Deity Gator, or Desert Gators. Essentially what they are for are to push. Not only are they good boosters, 7k boosters, but they also can get +3 when they're on rear guard and they're attacking and you have a Beast Deity Vanguard. They help push, and they are, good for when you're trying, like in game or late game, and you're trying to push. Next up, for my grade 2s, I run 3 Cool Hanks. Essentially what he does is when you have a Generation Break 1, Counterblast 1 when this unit attacks the Vanguard. If he is boosted, you may pay the cost if you do choose one of your rear guards. Your other rear guards, stand it, and it gets +5 until the end of turn. And then, the ability can't be used for the rest of that turn. That's pretty good effect, especially when you are trying to get those multiple attacks in. And I'll actually even show you a combo, especially with these next couple cards. Now I run 3 of these, the Starlight Hedgehogs. Essentially, when she hits Vanguard or Rearguard Circle, you select one of your other units. And what happens is, during that turn, if you stand him via card effects, such as, like, say, Cole Hank's ability here, you can stand them back up and, or Cole Hank's ability, once they stand by, with her ability, once they stand up, so like say, his ability, Cole Hank's, you get to draw a card. This effect is good when you're trying to increase your hand size, get the hand advantage, and be able to have blockers. Also, it helps you get like multiple grade 3s so you can stride more. I run typically 3 of her because that's pretty good ability. Let me just do this too. Next up, I run 2 vanillas. Beast Deity, Damned Leo. They just are there for the beat stick. Not only that, it's okay to run vanillas. And then the wombo combo, well, at least in my opinion, is the Extreme Battler Shazanda. Again, I'm sorry if I'm butchering these names. I run 3 of him. Essentially what happens is during Generation Break 1, when this unit is stand from an effect, gets +5. Now a typical good combo I like to use is, like, say, him on rear guard and him behind him. I use Cole Hank's ability. I usually attack with these guys first. Use Cole Hank's ability when he's boosted. Hold on real quick. So, like, say, Cole Hank is boosted. Or, I attack with him first. Goes through, kills off a rear guard. Then, I boost with him and then have Cole Hank attack. Counterblast 1. I get to use his ability. Stand him, +5 from Cole Hank's ability. Then have Cole Hank, or not Cole Hank, Zazanda, his ability, when he stands, he gets +5. So he's already at 19. And a good effect, or a good combo, when a unit in front of him stands, he stands. I can attack for 24. Pretty good combo. Just getting off multiple attacks. Just to be able to do that, you can pretty much empty out your opponent's hand pretty quickly if they don't block. Also, when you stride and you have, like, say, Victin, if they don't block him, I can stand any rearguard I want. So essentially, I can stand him and then stand the rearguard behind Shazanda and then multiple attacks. Alright, so this video doesn't run out, I'm going to go on to my grade 3s now. Now, grade 3s, obviously with the Beast Deity deck, I mostly run 4 Azure Dragons. Sorry. Azure Dragons are okay. Obviously, probably not the best, or at least not now anymore, since, the newer Beast Deities have come out. But Azure Dragon is pretty good. I mean, you attack with him, and if it hits, discard a copy of him, and he has 2 rear guards in the front row stand up. That's pretty good when you're trying to put pressure on your opponent. Also, he's good for stride fodder. Next up, hold on real quick. Next up, I run 3 Muscle Shrieks. Some people run 4, but you know, since I only have 3, I mean 3 works. 4 is overkill, and overkill is always good. But essentially, what makes him good or worth running is first his generation break ability. When this unit attacks, counterblast 2, stand 2 units up in the front row, and they get +2. Again, going mostly revolving around him. If I have him on the field, I can stand him, and pretty much he keeps the power that he gets until the end of the turn. So pretty much, like say, with all those effects, all those power boosts, he keeps those until the end of the turn. So pretty much he gets bigger and bigger each time you stand him. And then what also makes him worth putting in the deck and running is his second ability, Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1. When he hits the Vanguard Circle, you pay the cost, and what you do is you select one of your grade 1s. So like say if I had my Gator, what you do is you select one of your opponent's grade 1s or less. Yeah, you select one of your opponent's rear guards, and if you do that unit, you destroy that unit so long as that unit's power is equal to or less than your selected unit. That's pretty good. And then my last 2, because what I do is I have Beast Deity Ethics Buster. He's a good break ride. Even if you can't, get off stride, or if you are trying to push, he's pretty good. Especially when a unit, Nova Grappler rides him, he doesn't necessarily have to hit in order to have a unit, 2 units in the front row stand. And he's pretty good, especially when you boost with the Nova Grappler, he gets +2. And essentially my deck ratio is sorry about that. Had to pause a bit. So essentially my deck ratio is 13 grade 1s, 11 grade 2s, 9 grade 3s. And essentially I use that ratio because I'm almost guaranteed to have at least one of each grade in my opening hand. And I'm also, because I also have the draw force too, so I can pretty much get many of the cards that I need in my opening hand, or not in my opening hand, but in my hand in general. Also, I run, for trigger wise, 4 draw triggers. Then, again, sorry about that. Okay, so I run 4 heals for the remainder of my triggers. And then, for the last 8 of my triggers, I run crits. 8 crits. Sorry, I'm not going to really spread them out, because they're just triggers. Pretty much, that's what I run. Let's see. Yeah, Novas are a pretty good clan to run. I'll be uploading more deck profiles right now. Oh, before I forget, for grade 4s, for Stride, I have 2 Victins, but right now, this is all I have for now in my collection, but ideally you'll run 4 of him, and 4 of the Medio Kaiser Victoplasma. Essentially, Victoplasma is a pretty good skill. You pay 2 during your main phase, and when he attacks, essentially, if there's the number of units in your G zone is 2 or more, he gets -1 drive drive check. So essentially, he'd be doing a double drive, twin drive. Sorry, and what he does is when he attacks a Vanguard, you pay the cost and you can stand him, and then you can't use that ability for the rest of the turn. But ideally, he's one of the good grade 4s for the deck. And then there's the ones that are coming out in the Fighter Collection. Of course, that one will require Azure Kaiser. Well, not necessarily require him, but in order to use his effect better, you will need to run at least Azure Kaiser. Well, that'll be it for now. Please be sure to subscribe and like my videos. Have a good day. Thank you.